So there's definitely ways that I can see Big surprising us here, but it would be exactly that. It would be a surprise.
And yeah, not just to us, but to Betway as well. 1.06 odds for mousesports from the wonderful folk over at Betway, Harry, as we get into this one. Map number 2, as mousesports look to take this series by the horns. Big, lots of utility here, and considering they're all in the tunnels, this is a bit of a surprise. I wonder if we'll see an immediate commitment from them, or if they're going to try and spread out into lower. Apparently not. Smoke going through, and Rops is going to have to deal with this.
He was in that little gross headshot angle, right, that you can get into over at the back of the B site with that crouching animation. I think he was one of the first players to speak about it so openly as well, was Rops. So let's see. Not as much as I was hoping for. Instead, it's Carrigan inside of the bomb site who's got a lot of work to do, and he'll get shut down almost immediately. Frozen and Woxic left up 2v3. This was looking like it could have been a great start for mousesports, but great shots landed from the big boys, and trades getting found. Now leave this one 2v2. They'll deal with Tizian over in middle, and Woxic is now in a very, very tough spot indeed. 2 players to find, both on the other side of these doors. Neither player having a peek into him, and they know it.
I mean, what can he really do here? No kit. He's grabbed off the ground. The flash is there. He taps the bomb. Are they going to be baited in? Oh, next goes for it. But now they can just bail again. Big, they know that he's not on the bomb. So this is a done round. Woxic's just on damage control, and he can't control the damage. Big will take the pistol. That's both pistols on the T side in this series. The Big have thrown in early B play, slowed it down to fake out maybe the fact that they're not going, and then still committed. It works better on Train, but on Dust2, rotations are a little more linear. So kind of harder for them to pull that off. They slow down after they throw the smoke, but mousesports has already started to rotate by that point, so they had close players to the site. Luckily, it doesn't matter. Big deal with the B play, and they will take the T-side pistol. Strong start, but mousesports looking to force, and we saw so many force by wars in that second half of Train, Harry. Double scout, Woxic and Rops, and some pistols here and there as well, trickled between the CT by Big. Only 2 rifles, and at least they've been given long control, but they've actually been trapped in long as Chris J pushes to top and middle.
Oh. Yeah, he's not going to find much from it, however. The long play looking to come in. And Woxic, scout. Oh, he's sneaking, and he almost gets away. Almost, however, is the operative word in that sentence.
Didn't.
Yeah, now just a bucket of meat at the back of the bomb site. Zantares, elsewhere, churning players up with the MAC-10. He's already secured B, and on that note, the bomb will rotate away from long. All 3 mousesports players here, and Zantares has got that information, so Big will play it safe. And now with mid-control taken, that smoked added CT, Mau's likely going to look to try and hold on to what they've got. Can't imagine they even want to give this one a look in.
Yeah, they can grab both scouts at the very least, right? Try and do something with that. Although one of them's dropped in middle, a position they don't currently harbour. So Frozen, he's got to win this battle if he wants to keep his deal into the follow-up round. And Zantares, that is just brutal. Double dink with the MAC-10. Chris J looking for pot shots, and Big, they are going to be hunting these kills to the ends of the earth. They only have SMGs, so why not? Smoke on the molly. Chris J is going to delay him. It allows him to get closer, and they will deal with every single player of mousesports. The hunt for Big is so successful, and tonight they'll celebrate with another hunt. I can see you grimacing at that one.
That was actually great. It just took me a couple of extra seconds to get it. That's a hard. I don't know what that means in the context that I just used it. Was that a good or a bad thing? The buzzer.
The buzzer.
I think that's a bad thing.
Aggressive.
In the context I just used it in.
I mean, if I'm answering the question, surely.
Look at this. We're about to have more questions answered. Will this no investment from Maus apart from that one flashbang find anything? Flash goes over. Smoothia on the receiving end, and now he's angry about getting flashed. His corneas are burning, and he's looking for kills. Won't find any, though. Not yet.
Almost. That was the bomb. That could have been a position for Rops to do something with. He gets damage onto Tabson, but bomb crossed. And this round is done, Harry. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but mousesports... Oh, hello. The jumping knife, I like it. That's a bit of money. I mean, every kill with his SMG as well. Another $600. So Frozen, what can he do? How much moolah can he make, Harry? Will his pocket money be raised? No. But the knife kill will do it. He's still at 67.50. He can drop over an AWP, and mousesports are coming into their first buy round at round number 4. Big 3-0 lead on the T side. Fantastic, you know, paving, not paving stones, but building blocks. The concrete has been laid down, Harry, but the bricks, they're not there yet.
No, they're not, but they are on their way. And you can see as well, I was curious, but we're not going to get to see it. I was going to say we could have seen the double AWP come out early on the back of Frozen getting that knife kill. But yeah, I mean, you're right. There's no rush. Good things come to those who wait. And all the other stuff, Big, 4 players over towards B. They've got one thing in mind. Woxic actually decides to bow out when that smoke goes in.
Very well timed.
Does drop a molly behind it, and that's just to try and delay this push if Big were to try and go for it. And right now, with all this stuff getting just throwing through the smoke over towards B, they've heard nades make contact, they've heard Molotovs tag down players. mousesports have a good idea that there are actually players here in the tunnels, so they will keep this double set up toward the B site right now. Passive elsewhere across the map, or with the exception of Carrigan, who has taken some control over towards long. It still looks like this is just the B play, though, with that smoke getting set up by tabseN over in mid.
Yeah, and the window smoke coming down, or door smoke rather, from mid. So, you know, his teammate is going to be cut out of the sight. Robs has to do it all right now, and he will get one, delaying them for enough time that Woxic can rotate out of middle, and he's dropped smoother coming through. Still pivoting around this site. There's a player from the tunnels coming in late, and tabseN able to get that kill as Woxic was scoped in. Psychops mode on the B site. 3-on-3 here as the plant begins to be put through for Big. They have a Molotov for the doors, or the window rather. Carrigan's going to be able to get a kill in the meantime. Next, again, just stalling this as long as he can, but mousesports have the advantage on the retake, and they've got the kits to play with.
Oh, Next making this a 2-on-2 into that little crossfire. Go mousesports, and one by one, they get churned up. Big 4-0 lead now, off to a very good start over on the T side. They go running into that round. Largely, it was a bonus round from Big. That's what makes it that much more impressive, right? They had Galils, they had Mac-10s. I think there was only one AK in play in that round for the Big side. So the fact that they're able to do it, they keep 2 players alive, and they were, and actually I don't think they were able to bring the AWP forward, but you know, you're able to go into that, putting very little on the board, and you get it reasonably cleanly.
Rob's got a scout kill onto Xantares in the B tunnels, through the wall. Pretty rough start. And Next actually getting tagged as well on the repeat. This is getting a little bit dicey, Harry. mousesports, they have sent Chris up top mid once again, and this time he has actually boxed him in and long. No one here to stop it. tabseN turning around at the right time, getting that flank kill. Now Big know they can back off if they want, and mousesports are likely going to be heavily set up on this A site because of the info that Chris gained. Frozen moving back into B safely, or at least giving himself a chance to retreat if Big double back, but they're just going to commit towards A. They know that the buy is low anyway for mousesports, and Frozen's got a gun on that B site, so they don't want to challenge it if they can avoid it. Rops with the scout, and a minute on the clock for Big to make a move. Absolutely no rush.
Oh, Rop spotting one. If he goes any wider, he's in for a world of hurt. Rotation coming in from Frozen. The question really becomes is how much damage can Frozen do with this one AK, and can Woxic buy any time for the rotation? Oh, he's bought more than time. He's made it look very, very doable, in fact. That little double up there now leaves Frozen for the time being in a 1v1 with Smooya inside of the site. That bomb's got to go down at some point, and Frozen still sneaking up through CT, completely unknown, at least right now, but Smooya is ready, and Big, they will get that 5th round. They're able to stumble back to their feet. Oh, I got a little bit worried when when Woxic doubles up inside of the site with that PT-50.
Oh, that's a filthy opening kill for Robs. I mean, yeah, Smooya had to know that there was only one place that Frozen could have been coming from, right? He's already cleared out long. His teammates coming up through Cat, that only leaves one position. So already scoped up and ready, and hitting a crucial shot to put Big on 5. Again, that was only a low buy from mousesports, but they made it very interesting. Let's see if now armed to the teeth with the double AWP, Harry, they can start to find success once again. Big have just gone to a whole new level here on this second map. And absolutely no fear. You can see Tapson's just creeping up long right now. The bomb in tow as well for Big. All 5 players out of this position. And mousesports going for info. They're going to get flashed into mid from Chris J. They ascertain that that position's clear, but at the same time, they realize they've lost the A site. Karrigan, it's all about damage. He's just got to try and get a few kills before that bomb gets planted, but fully flashed and in the face. Tabson goes in for a double, and this is just a done round. This is over. mousesports have to hold on to their guns.
Yeah, I absolutely love that from Big, right? One of the things that you're so used to seeing is when those smokes go down, when the Molotovs go into the site, that's usually as teams are just kind of beginning to work their way up long, right? You know, you get those smokes down, and normally you're not ready to run up the ramp immediately after they plume. So you could see that there was that kind of timing that Karrigan tries to catch running into the bomb site, believing that he's got those few seconds to set up, to try and anchor it down. And because of how much of a foothold Big have, because no one's seen them, no one knows that they're already at the crossroads, they have a very good idea as to where Karrigan realistically is, right? They kind of know, okay, well, the odds are he's going to be floating over towards short. He's looking at the crossroads. There's no way he's expecting this. So they just barrel in, they shut up Karrigan, they find the rest of the players in tow, and it's only Chris J to survive at the end of this round. So another round for Big. mousesports yet to put one up on their CT side.
Yeah, the one thing that Big has been really impressing me with, especially on train, is just the utility usage on this T side. When we would see that BXX on train, they would get like 3 mollies down on you know, gray train, on cross train, on like back bomb. Really, really good utility from Big, constantly cutting off positions that mousesports love to play. Even on the AXX, they were getting a smoke that you rarely see on top of the A bomb train to cut off that angle from boost. And they were so good at, you know, keeping Woxic out of that first half. And that's one thing that has continued here into Dust2. 3 mollies on that A site there to get them into it, and a 6th round under their wing. Doesn't get much better than this, Harry. mousesports out of cash, out of chances, out of rounds right now, and they've got to hold on to some money so they can buy up in round number 8. For now, it is just 2 saved guns, or 1 saved gun rather. Rops did go down, but he has managed to buy up a scout.
Yeah, you got to watch out for your Mouse, right? Because not just yet, right? At this point in time, you can kind of say we haven't had many full buys yet. We haven't really had everything we've needed. We've only had a couple, if you look at it. But soon, it's going to start to feel like you're just running into a brick wall, right? And nothing's working. And that's why it's very easy to start to feel like your opponent is almost in your head, right? That they know what you're doing before you even know what you're doing. This round, though.
Notably enough, just to cut you off there, Harry, Big picked the T side here. So... yeah, this is working out well for them. The game plan is there.
I'm liking that. Thank you for that little drop in there, Hugo. That said, this round, as we're hyping them up, as we're getting on board the Big train, it's a 3-on-4 for Big. They're going to try and hit A. The problem they have is that they are pretty evenly matched as they get in to the foothills of this A bomb site. They get up the ramp. They're closing the gap. They've at least converted this back into a 3-on-3. Chris J is going to get spotted out on the elbow. I like that little bait and set, because now they've positioned Frozen here, hidden in the corner at Gandalf, to slowly creep out, and they've got no clue that he was ever this close. Next gets found. Rops follows up. And that is the round for mousesports. They finally steal one back.
Yeah, the best part about that is Chris, he made sure to go close towards Frozen, so that even after he gets the kill, he gets traded, and then boom, there's a gun drop next to Frozen, who's only got a pistol. He's able to pick up that M4 and finish the player off on the site. So yeah, really nice setup. A bit of a cheese strat from mousesports, but it works out wonderfully on that eco round. 1 saved gun, and they win it, Harry. So more than profitable, and big deegs from Frozen here in middle, getting 2 1-deegs, and then even closing out the round there, as you can see. So that's 1. That's the start here for mousesports. And Big, off the back of losing that, just calling out their first tactical timeout.
I mean, we saw what happened to Big back on train, right? When things were going right, they were really going right. And it wasn't till that first sign of trouble showed The kind of house of cards that they'd built up really did crumble down. So let's see if here, in their T side of Dust2, the side that they picked into, are they going to have that resilience that they couldn't quite muster back on trade? Because the one thing I think it's important to look at, right, is that if you're Mouse, for the first time now, you're the team on the back foot, and you're not looking at this like, okay, right, we finally figured them out. We finally figured out how to beat this default. You cheesed one round off of them in a force buy, right? It's not the same kind of circumstances as it was back on trade, where it felt like Carrigan finally had worked out how big we're approaching these rounds. That one there, they just throw a bunch of pistols into the round and a little gimmick here and there, and they find something on the back of it, right? Definitely not as stable, definitely not as solid to build from. Those foundations that you mentioned from earlier cropping up again. So this round,
oh, he hits that every time.
Yeah, the two Turkish players go blow for blow down in middle, and it is Antares to get legged up.
That's only one of the orbs as well. The other one sat at the back of the B bomb site. Although that might not come into play here, Harry. Big are going out towards long. mousesports, they've got a player in the pit already. Carrigan's found himself there. Big are trying to set up for a bit of a mid to B fake, and they have forced out a lot of utility over towards that side of the map, but Chris J is not being baited. He's moving back towards middle. Rob's left alone at B. Won't really be needed as Big send 3 players out through long. Carrigan with the spot and the smoke, that's a great way of delaying this push as well. Gives him some time to move, and the flash is there, but the kill isn't. Tizian ready for that. Woxic trying to re-aggress. There's 28 seconds left on the clock here. Woxic needs to hit a shot, and he does again, but it's only a leg. Only damage off this AWP, and Woxic, 3 bullets, all connecting, none of them killing. Big still have a chance.
Mate, they've got more than a chance. They've got the bomb site. Everything's gone their way. And Rops, I mean, how can he really know how much damage has been done in this round? Woxic, the king of legs, which, you know, a bit of a title.
That sounds like a risque site, yeah. Welcome to the king of legs.
Welcome to legking.net. Well, Woxic, he's got the URL. He's got the domain name. And Rops desperately trying to hold on the M4. The problem is, now they know where he is. He lifted his little head up above the ramp, and so Tizian's going to take it off.
I've never seen such an unfortunate, you know, a couple of tags, right? 3 hits off that AWP, Harry. No kills. And those are huge frags as well, right? 20 seconds as Big are coming out through long. They've thrown a very big fake into that B side. They threw the mid to B smoke. They had someone in the tunnel setting up utility, baiting Rops in, and then they come out through long at the 25-second mark. And Woxic, all he needs to do is, you know, hit. If he kills both those players, chances are mousesports win the round. But he tags everyone, and that's Big up to 7-1. What a brilliant start here on Dust2. I'm getting flashbacks to last season of Pro League with mousesports here on Dust. Let's hope that doesn't continue. Chris, he spots them, but I think it goes both ways. They know he's in that smoke, and Smuya will catch him retreating. Another opening kill. Woxic looks to try and trade it back.
Oh, he can't though. Knows in a sense he's pretty fortunate to even just get away with his own life there. However, Frozen, certainly not so lucky. We cut to him there, getting cut down by Smuya up at short. And on the back of this, I mean, the A site now overrun. I feel like for Mauers, it's another round where I'm looking at this and there's only just a minute left on the clock. And you already have to save if you're mousesports.
Yeah.
No chance for them to get back into this. And Big already hunting, already looking to strip some of these guns away. They know the implications that's going to have. God, I mean, this is just a dismal showing from Maus right now. I was really expecting more, and I think on top of that, I think more so than from Maus's perspective, it's been a great showing from Big.
Oh.
Right, they've kind of had their name and number in a lot of these rounds. It really does feel like they've come into this one prepared.
And the individuals, I mean, these are just showing up, you know, round to round, kill to kill. Tapson hitting that shot on Rops. He didn't even know he's in middle, Harry. He was looking at B, and he just swings. Big, 8-1 up right now, firing on all cylinders. I mean, what have Mouse got to show for it? They save another gun, but this has just been save city so far on the CT side. Yeah. Good luck stopping that.
Yeah. And that's just really been the story of this one, right? Is not only is it big kind of knowing like being in the head of Mouse at this point in time, and mousesports are running into that wall that we were talking about, but it is helped out massively by these huge individual plays. Now, Rops has once again hit this wall bang over at B.
I didn't know that was a play. Like, oh yeah, I'm just going for the B wall bang, you know?
Yeah, is it like a...
I think it's a timing thing. I think he knows that a player is going to cross towards the other side.
And like getting in that position at a very specific moment, fires a shot and just hops down, like doesn't go back.
I think it's a spawn thing, right? You have a good spawn for B and you hit the timing as they cross to the right side of tunnels. Which
the more I'm thinking about that is like the spawns on Dust2 are so random that could you even have a timing shot, as it were?
No, sorry, it's not. He sees the play across. It's a timing shot, as in, you know, if he has a good spawn, he can get into that position before the T crosses.
I get you now,
right?
I get the definition.
You understand?
Yeah.
You
painted this up nicely. Yeah. Regardless,
every round, if Rops has a scout, I want to watch him basically at the start. Because
I
this
think
is just
he's
unreasonable.
Just been hitting this bit. He's looking for it again.
Wall wasn't in the way though.
Yeah, he can only do it when there's a box to shoot through. Let's see, Woxic, his turn, and he'll hit it. Big. You don't like just get the bomb down.
Well, they were about to go for a B play, Harry. They got the kill on Rops. They're like, okay, B's open. Nope, there's another scout there. They've got to bail. Luckily enough, you know, time is low, but they know that there's no one else alive. So Woxic can only be in one place, and that is the B site or tunnels. I guess that's two places. It's not like that's going to be a saving grace here, more just a save.
Yeah, as has been the case for Mowers in a lot of these rounds now, right? You get to hold on to the Krieg at least, assuming a hell of a lot there, because Big, as you would expect, been pretty big on hunting down these saving players. Yeah, man, just don't even bother. He gives it a go, and that's Big 9-1 up. This is feeling like it should be a third map, really. If this continues, I think obviously if this continues.
Yeah. As soon as Smooya got tapped in the tunnels at the start of the round, I just heard someone type in chat. So that kind of made me laugh. I'd love to know what that was. Probably not too happy. But I mean, you can only be so upset when you're 9-1 on your opposition's map pick, and Big are certainly running through them quickly now. Are there any responses? Regin's having a chat with the team, trying to, well, who knows? We'll never know, Harry. We don't have the audio, but motivate the players to get back in things. And this is just not what I expected coming into the series.
Do you remember last season that we had the audio, but very quietly?
Yeah.
And I don't
that was good fun.
I don't know if it was like because I think it was just meant to be like a little bit of like noise. But if me and you like completely shut up,
which we did a lot,
we could listen in, and that was actually kind of fun.
I don't know if that was even.
But I don't think it was intentional.
No.
So yeah, we'll gloss over that. Smooya over at long. He'll get smoked out of position. Tries to hit the timing shot there onto Carrigan. But he has gotten by and has been set up down in the pit as a result. Chris J with his AWP over at B. This double AWP that we've been talking about between Chris J and Woxic really hasn't done a hell of a lot for mousesports in the few rounds that they've been able to run it. This time they'll steal that catwalk control almost immediately yet again. And now the question just becomes, with this foothold, what do they want to do with all this control they've got? Smoke goes up to allow Smooya to peek the catwalk, and Woxic looking for that jewel. Smooya is ready and waiting on the other side. Man advantage taken now. There's the response from Chris J at the very least. A 4v4, 45 seconds. This is, even though it's not a great start, one of the best looking rounds mousesports have had in a little while.
Yeah, that's a rough spot to be in for that to be the reality, rather. But I love this call from mousesports. They get aggressive. Chris J's pushed through the tunnels. Even if he doesn't commit, it's enough, you know, control at the 30-second mark that Rops can decide to rotate. That being said, he's still scared of a mid to B play, so he doesn't want to get caught in transition. Give it a few more seconds and it'll be very clear where Big are going. 20 seconds on the clock. Xantares in the spawn. He's dropped into that smoke. Carrigan spotted him, but Xantares gets away with a frag. Frozen. He's dropped the bomb. He just needs to stay alive, delay this bomb plant, but he's getting wrapped. Smooya with the pistol out, glocking him down. What a huge kill from him. It's just one man left up. Chris J with the AWP, and the Molotov on short will keep him back. What a round for Big. Another 20-second push that seems to have gone their way, and I don't think Chris wants anything to do with this.
No, certainly not. It's Save City once again for mousesports.
Really big kill from Smooya though with the pistol. I mean, that's a pretty redonkulous play. Rushing through a smoke with a Glock. But it works. And boy, has everything worked in this game for Big.
Yeah, and I'm just loving it, right? They're not throwing in like these constant, you know, big, crazy, elaborate fakes or anything along those lines. It is just a group of 5 players trusting in the calls that tabseN gives, and all going in on the back of it, right? All just kind of playing the numbers game, and there's safety in numbers as Big figure it out right now. So a 10-1 lead. I mean, what do you even say about that? We came into this saying that this should be mousesports' map, almost guaranteed, and now we're being made to eat our words, Hugo.
It's Dust2, mate. What can you say? 10-1. mousesports, they don't even want to try and fight long in this round. They've got pistols and a solo AWP. Smooya gets out for free. Now that AWP has gone back towards A, so Chris J going to be up on the site, but Big, they've got multiple players out through this long position already, so not an easy route for Chris. Big just defaulting though, and there's the spot, Chris. He should know that the player could have gotten into the pit. He was blinded, but on the angle, and it's still getting tagged down to 17. Cannot catch a break here. Damage early on. He might even choose to throw that AWP over to someone else.
Instead, they'll throw him up on this lower tunnels boost. Won't catch anyone, though. The one man over at B is next. They actually just now rotate that bomb over towards long, along with a second man that was at the B site alongside Nex originally. So now 4 players grouped up, 4 Big at the long position on this map. Chris J has given that AWP over to Woxic. He'll be hiding just behind him, wants to try and snatch the AWP up if Woxic does fall in this fight. 30 seconds left, and now this A play about to come in. Plenty of utility left up on the Big side. A nade for Frozen. A bit of utility gets thrown in over at B, including a really nice smoke that comes in from long, and that lands at the mid to B split down in middle.
It's not going to work though. 15 seconds, Harry. mousesports, they haven't decided to rotate. They're committing here. Now, there are only pistols, but they just have to stop the bomb from going down, and Woxic might have just done that. Oh, dear, what a trade. tabseN with 2. Jump shot has to work here for Frozen, or the round is done, and he's not going to be able to go for it. Xantares saving his team there with another frag, and how on earth did Big win that round?
It's just every time. They've got so much confidence in this system that they've put together. That's always the thing, right? You think about all these teams that have ever had like the kind of pedigree, I guess, of playing slow Counter-Strike, and it was always from these very like tenured rosters that would have these very kind of big-brained IGLs who would be able to process all that, and then all the players would trust in the system that they had in place to get it done, right? You think about Fnatic of old with Pronax at the helm. They were a very slow team. You had Na'Vi, you know, things like this, and it's always been these long-tenured rosters. So the fact that we're already seeing Big very comfortably play this so down to the wire is, I think, a sign of some good things to come from this squad.
Yeah, and one thing the guys on the desk were talking about earlier was, okay, is tabseN still going to be able to have the performance that he can have while having to cool as well, right? It's a big mantle to take upon yourself. Certainly looking like the case. I mean, he gets two crucial openers in that round, 3 kills in total. And he has just looked great throughout both these maps, really. A lot of opening kills, you know, somewhat putting himself in good positions, which is fine to see as an in-game leader, considering his individual skill. We know how good this guy is. So, yeah, it's not showing so far to have dropped off massively. And while this is quite the opposite of dropping off what you're seeing right now, Harry, 11-1 on the T side of Dust2. mousesports picked this map for those who did miss that. And very much looking like they want to send us to a third, that of which is Inferno.
And Inferno itself has been a map that has been kind of plagued with some troubles for mousesports, especially over on that CT side. So that is something to consider heading into that. Smooya opening this round up. And I'm loving this from Big. They're always so eager to, well, not always, it's just every now and again they'll try and go on the back of a big kill like that. This time, though, it could be to their demise. Frozen doubling down over in mid, and Rops hidden in that smoke. One man's got him by him, though, and he's not ready, so the trade will come in. Rotations from ours. Finally, they're sat a man up. 3v2 as this bomb tries to get into B, and it will get by. Molotov in the window, smoke in the door. Nade from Carrigan finds a bit more damage, but it's Big, tabseN, and Zentares. The troublesome twosome mopped up by the IGL. mousesports, a second round locked in for them. Double AWPs held forward. Big back to the drawing board for the last few of this first half.
Yeah, it's certainly looking like cracks are beginning to show for mousesports, even despite getting that round, right? Chris J, he just walks out through mid and gets picked up by Smooya, who hasn't left the spawn. One Xbox smoke was all it took to rattle Chris into getting aggressive. And yeah, just little stuff like that for mousesports. Can't afford to show if they want to still be in this map and or series. Obviously, comeback's a pretty grim reality, not even something we would really talk about at this point. But if mousesports do want to do it, they're going to need to get the 11-4. They've built on, well, they've got one round rather. Finally broke the curse, but they've got to build on that. Still this double AWP, Woxic and Chris. And very heavy B setup as well. mousesports scared for yet another play towards that B bomb site from Big, but not going to be the case. Holding passive on long as Tizian, and the rest of Big working up through Catwalk. One player to stop this, and that's going to be Chris on the car.
That smoke actually blocks the Molotov from Chris J. And so any time he was hoping to buy with it is now gone as well. Smooya thrown up on this boost, and on the back of that, he'll clear the bomb site. But they don't seem convinced. Looking like a mid to B split here for Big. As that bomb rotates into the lower tunnels, smoke now going out to allow this kind of makeshift hallway over in middle. I think it's Tizian, the man hoping to tie this whole round together, looking to sell an A lurk in these closing few bits of the round. Maybe just gonna look to try and cut off these rotations. All these nades going into B have more than made the presence of Big known, and mousesports will be shutting them down one at a time. Smooya, ooh, he will get another, but surely this is where it stops. Surely this is where you put Smooya to bed, and indeed it is. Frozen shutting him down. I got a little bit worried there still towards the end after he gets one of those two players on only 10 points of health. Thankfully, mousesports are able to keep their cool, and with it, they're delivered another round.
Yeah, that triple B setup was perfect for mousesports, right? They didn't wave, they didn't move off of it, they just gave up middle, and I like that cool. They've been having no success towards that position. And Big, the one thing that they have been doing is just so many fakes, constantly throwing, or not necessarily fakes, but taking map control and not committing with it, and really just trying to mess with mousesports' rotations. mousesports have no rotations to conduct in that round. They have everyone on playing sites, so really nice third locked in, and Chris J going to take the AWP towards B for this one. Even getting another opening kill here for the CT side. They could piece together a 4-round half after all, Harry, which, considering how dominant this once was, would be a miracle really for mousesports. Who knows if it will be enough for them to pull the comeback. Oh, Rob's getting caught in mid. Smooya's going to get away with that frag on the AWP, and it seems like Big do want to commit towards B still. They run back towards the tunnels. That smoke is down once again, and Chris J, he's left the site. He's left the round. tabseN's caught him with the Krieg, and B is empty.
Yeah, now that bomb rotating again, and mousesports are desperate to get as many of these kills while they can before that bomb goes down. And they know that Zentares is still here in middle. He's just a thorn in their sides, though. Oh, that nade not quite finding Smooya. That might have made all the difference for Mouse. It's Woxic and it's Frozen. 2v3. That Molotov falling in the window. When that one fades, there's a follow-up that can go in from Zentares. That goes in now. And for Mouse, the penny's going to start to drop, right? Eventually, they might just have to go through some of this utility. Finally, the barrage has come to an end, and now they try and play on the back of it. Frozen, first man in, into this deadly, deadly crossfire that's set up, and he'll be the last man out. 12-3, Big, a monstrous T side, now moving into the CT half, where they look to take us the distance. They're trying to get us to Inferno. That, of course, would be the third map if we get there. mousesports, a lot of question marks here. Can they pull it back, or will it be Big taking us the distance? Find out after a quick break.
Rich and high. Lex. Yeah. Yo. Got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple thickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. Ladies, show me where them curves be. Curious, I'm not pervy. Honestly, you and your best friend could go and develop a new twerk scene. Got the army with me like Xerxes. Army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. Understand you can't hurt me. I got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple thickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. Surrounded by wet chicks, passing that sticky, we smoking that Vestis. Yeah, God, you know we do it. One showing off, yo, we come to cruise ship. Yeah, it's the A6M. I see you hate, but you rating them. Don't make sense like paying with card. Who do you know that's slaying this hard? Beats be banging, we making discard. Have your girlfriend run straight to my yard and have her up in my bed. Yup, 20 minutes, I'm dead. I tell her, okay, leave. No Snapchat or back chat, please. What color is your backpack? Yep, green. Tell your boyfriend he's a whack twat. G. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Let's go. Army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. Got a couple dickies chilling in my room. We'll be shaking it like the twerk team. Ladies, show me where them curves be. Curious, I'm not pervy. Honestly, you and your bestie could go and develop a new twerk scene like.
Here on Dust, it has been the big boys leading the way. That said, mousesports, towards the end, they remembered what it means to win a couple of rounds. And so maybe that's lit the fire beneath them now. Maybe the blood is lusting and they're looking for more. 12-3 at the end of that first half. And you can see those Betway odds have really closed down from the very one-sided story they were earlier on. Great shot from Rops to open up, though. So I'm kind of already getting segued apart from my point. As he's opened this round up, and now man advantage presents itself to Maus in the opening 5 seconds.
Yeah, Santara just peeking mid. I think he maybe wanted to go lower and he got 2-tapped by that P250. We've seen a lot of similarities in these pistol rounds, especially on Big's T sides, which we talked around earlier. But in fact, the mousesports T-side pistol and train started the same. Frozen holding with the P250 and catching Smooya up in main. That nade could be filthy, and it will be. Chris J down to 13. Carrigan only just staying alive on 11 points of health. Flashes to go through, and Tabson wants to try and get some information, take a ranged fight. He'll spot Carrigan up close, accidentally killing Chris J, but he will take it. That bomb has been dropped, and Carrigan, he may be on the site, but he doesn't have the package. Those smokes have now faded. This is going to make things very difficult for mousesports, but not if they get all the kills, and that is exactly what they're doing. Tizian stuck in the spawn, no bomb needed. It's mousesports back on the board.
Yeah, it's still early days, but certainly a step in the right direction for Mouse. I was curious if we were going to see the force buy from Big. Right, that was, and I kind of like the more measured approach. Honestly, right, you get to have a buy in the next round.
Yeah.
It will be lacking some of the nades, some of the utility, or you do have to, you know, not all M4 up, and you throw a couple of SMGs, a couple of FAMI here and there.
If you look on the bright side, like this, you know, you can never really plan for this. It can't really be, you know, part of your game plan. But if you get slaughtered here, if you're Big, and mousesports keep all these SMGs, and then you buy up 5 rifles, you have a better buy. Like that is one argument in favor of a second round eco here and a third round buy. But obviously, if you do damage, mousesports are going to rebuy guns. So it's all just coming down to how many kills Big get here, and it's probably going to be pretty minimal at that. Karrigan just hopping through the B site, and we've got Frozen here with this horrible gun, frankly. Good skin. But
yeah, I do. That's my problem. I've got this skin and I love it. It looks really nice.
It's a shame the MP5's trash.
Yeah, I can't get... People say, like, same stats as the MP7. There's just something about it. Maybe because it sounds like loads of cats licking water or milk or whatever cats drink in one go.
Both?
I think they do drink both. They are drinkers. And yeah, I mean...
You're a bit of an omni drinker yourself, Harry.
We've all omni drank before, man. Yeah. It's a pastime, all right. Not a good one, not a bad one.
Just one.
But it's there.
But yeah, so this is the question, right? Big gonna come in with full M4s, and mousesports are gonna be on, you know, a scout, which, to be fair, pretty good. A couple of SMGs and a Krieg. So there's a very good chance of Big to get their foot in the door here early in the second half.
The thing is, and like, I feel like, you know, this does have like the caveat of usually this situation where you've kept 5 alive.
Okay.
Oh.
Has this just derailed your
moment?
point,
Yeah, well, it might have a little bit.
I like this, though.
It might have a little bit. They've gone for another eco. They've partially invested in some utility and some nades, and that's what they're relying on to do the bulk of the work. They don't have armor, with the exception of Tizian. Instead, they're hoping that the util can give them some chances to find a kill here and there, and that's not looking to be the case right now. Tizian will get one, but that is the only armored player dropped. Next, hidden in this smoke, it's a bit of an awkward angle for him. He's somehow still alive. He's somehow still being a nuisance. They finally shut him down.
Yeah, this is where it should just be done, but Smooya's coming on the flank. They don't know. He's found himself inside of the site, and Woxic is the only man here to stop him. Smooya getting tagged. Teammate coming in from the doors, but Karrigan's on 10 HP. 1 bullet is all Smooya needs to finish his life. And are they going to bail? Are they really going to get out of B with Smooya still here? That is a bold call from mousesports, and Karrigan, he will just stay and defend the fort. Woxic will go for the 1v1 on that A site and just try and win the round. This is a really big call from mousesports, and Smooya should get that frag, leaving us now in the clutch.
But see, leaving Karrigan there, it's ballsy, and I kind of love it, but also you see the drawback it has, and that is if he falls, 1v1 now for Smooya, and it's Woxic holding the long angle with the scout, wanting to take that fight, feeling very, very comfortable in that one.
Seeing Frozen wipe some hypothetical sweat off his brow, Harry. That was a scary round, right? mousesports going up against what I imagine they assume to be a buy, but with still pistols from Big. And yeah, it comes down to the wire. It comes down to the one-on-one. Very nice attempt from Big, but I mean, now they're going to have confidence coming into their first rifle. Look at how close they made it with such little to work with. AWP in for Smooya. He has been a pillar of consistency here for Big. Top of the entire server right now, alongside Tabson. Although missed shot up on short, he will have to back off a little bit. Ooh.
Oh, Tabson. I mean, there's not even a smoke down, is there? Yeah, now they throw one in. Now they realize Maybe this is something we should have done a little bit sooner, as tabseN on a roll in this round. Woxic has managed to get up onto the ramp, and Rops is trying to hold this smoke, but they just flash straight through. They take all the gunfights. tabseN with 4. He is having a phenomenal map, and series at that. I mean, he's just been lights out.
That was obscene. I didn't catch those kills, but what, did mousesports not smoke it? Did they just decide to cross blind? I guess we'll see.
Yeah, they
just trying to take open fights. And tabseN is, well, more than happy with that, Harry.
Yeah, it really blindsided me. I really thought, you know, mousesports, they'd gotten up to long. I thought they were going to drop the smokes. We would have some time to build into that round.
Especially considering how successful, you know, those kind of plays were for Big in the first half. You know, they went for those, you know, you get long creep, you get up close, you throw the smokes. The CTs think that you're further away than you really are, and you're already on the site. As soon as the smokes bloom, you're on the site.
I think
it completely catches off some CT defenses.
The reason for it, I'm imagining, is that with getting so deep up long so quickly, you have that foothold in the same way that Big used that in the first half to springboard into the site way faster than Mouse are ready for. I think Mouse were hoping that if we don't telegraph this, we're so deep that we can just peek in a CT and get those kills on players looking mid. And that is not the case. This round, it is that AWP on Woxic that really has to make all the difference, and it's already been bought low. He has got one, but he's got to do more. Chris J, the other armored player for Mouse, has gotten into the site, and he has retrieved an M4, trying desperately to do anything is Chris J, and he has at least given them some space, some temporary breathing room to try and get this bomb into the site. But it's got to run the gauntlet past this AWP in the door. This is a horrible situation to be in for Carrigan, but they flash him by.
That was the only bit of util. That was the only chance they had to get a plant, and they managed to do it. They managed to get that bomb down, but what past that? Surely nothing. Chris J, he's stuck in a 1-on-3. He's pinned at the back of the bomb site, and Xantares is coming through the tunnels into his own smoke on 18 points of health. Big are exuding confidence right now, Harry. You can tell with 14 rounds to their name, I can barely blame them. Defuse coming in. And just what a great delay play from Next in the site, right? Just buys so much time, jiggling, not giving mousesports the kills. He wants to kill the tunnel players before he gets the player close up on the site. I think it was Chris. And he does a perfect job of doing so, getting rid of, as you say, the one man that could have done anything. Woxic with the AWP. Might have found the opening kill, but nothing past that. Dire situation to be in.
Man, if this is one of the trends we can see from Big, from having tabseN as the IGL over someone like GodB, I love that. Like, if they can go into these rounds feeling as confident as they are right now, because as you say, they are just exuding confidence, right? And they were all T-half long as well. I love how their solutions to so many of these problems is to just kind of run through whatever mousesports throw at them, just believing that they're going to win it in the head-to-heads. Maybe that was GodB's downfall. Maybe he was too smart as a man. He was too aware of the problems that no one else was, and that's why you need tabseN, someone who's equal part intelligent, but also just kind of like a very positive force, right? Like very, always has a smile on his face, does tabseN. They try and set up Carrigan over here at short, flashing him in. No one in this position for Big. Short control taken. Thing is, that's kind of the avenue that Big have allowed for Mouse to have. This is the one portion of the map that they have given them an olive branch into and kind of said, if you want to take it, you've got this foothold, but we're hoping to lull you into this peak on Smooya.
Oh, Woxic was ready. Smoke is there, and Smooya tries to play ahead of it, but to his own demise, Xantares has to deal with a long split, and that he has. That's opened up a lot of room, at least, up on this A site. They know that mousesports are all funneling in from the same position, so Big can set up accordingly for the retake. That's if they want it to get that far. I'm sure it will. 15 seconds. A bomb plant has to be put in place, and it will. tabseN gets caught out of place as Rops gets him on the corner, and Woxic following up onto Xantares. That will turn this retake into a save for Big. And mousesports, they may be bordering defeat here with 14 rounds on Big's name, but they are not giving up without a fight. Half now of that of their opponent. Hoping Next finds a timing to run away, because that bomb will be pretty close. I'd imagine he knows he's surviving here if he's not moving. I've never tested that myself, to be fair. And yes.
He's all good. He's got the meter stick out. He's perfected this one. So it's another round for Mowers, the one that they're able to keep pretty clean. 4 players staying alive. They get that early duel onto Smooya. One of the first times we've really seen Woxic be able to have much of an impact in this entire map. You know, he hasn't really been someone we've been able to look to in these opening stages to find much, and that's not through lack of trying, right? It's just been the Big haven't really been offering anything up, and wherever they have tried to take aggression, it's always in these kind of mid-rounds or over towards Catwalk, right? You think about the start this first half rather over on the T side. You didn't really let Woxic get his blood pumping there with the cat plays. You were always forcing him off with your utility usage back into the bomb site. And it's been the same again here in the second half. So this time, long aggression maybe going to come through. That nade doesn't really find any damage for Xantares. Bit onto Frozen, but nothing to write home about. And he'll just peel off the angle, keeping himself here just outside of the doors. Flash goes a little too high, and Xantares has dodged it as a result. They try and trade him, and that's actually just feeding the beast. They send more into the maws of Xantares. Woxic looking to go blow for blow with his Turkish brethren down in the pit. Xantares still holding on, still ready and waiting. In with a third. Oh, and the fourth as well. He's looking for the ace. He's not going to get it. Carrigan denies him that. But a 1v2 now required. What a round from Woxic. Or, sorry, from Xantares. Carrigan, the only man left up to do anything about it. Tizian and Nex already inside of the bomb site as well. He's really got a lot on his plate. Carrigan, what can you do here?
Surely he doesn't expect this position either. Fake plant. Oh dear, Carrigan. I mean, that's a fair attempt, Harry. He gets the kill. Nade immediately dunked on his head from Nex, and that comes down to the wire. This has been, you know, despite being a dominant game, a really exciting one. We've had some close rounds, but finally Big are going to lock in 15, Harry. And, you know, the timing of these flashbangs, very unfortunate for mousesports, right? They blind Xantares right after he gets his first kill. And before the second player comes through, the flash has already worn off. So he gets the perfect timing to get 2 kills there on long, even finds 4 in the round. And that will put Big on 15. What have mousesports got to show for it? 2 pistols, 3 rifles, backs up against the wall, and a desperation B player, round number 23.
Yeah, that might actually be the decision. All that's left in the tank for Mao is a good old B hit. Will it prevail? They've been able to get past the first man. Next up on this boost, yet to fire off a shot, and now he makes his presence known. He's even able to get out of danger before Woxic becomes a problem, and next, he might just get them all. Never mind, Rops on 1 point of health to snatch that dream away. But he will offer himself up to Smooya and promptly be dealt with. Hugo, we are going the distance. We are going all 3. Inferno to close out this series 1-1 right now. After they trade map picks with one another, it is the proving ground. That deciding map that we get to see. Who will be the first team to win a series here for the 10th season of ESL Pro League? Join